About the time I start receiving these offers on doing my IFTA filing on my behalf for $100, I get motivated to kind of make an instructional video on how to do it. I'm not going to pay that $100. And hopefully after you see how easy it is to do, neither do you. All right, to do this, we need two bits of information, and those are going to come down to fuel and to mileage. Now, as far as fuel goes, I'm kind of cheating on this a little bit. Because I kind of stay as local or regional, I guess some might call it, I buy, and I do this on purpose to make my IFTA filing easy for me. I buy 100% of my fuel in California. Not just in California, I buy it from the same company in California. So for me to go through and add up all my fuel invoices, the exact gallon amount I have for the quarter in question, it's relatively simple for me to do that. I will say if I ran interstate, my record keeping process would be more involved, but I want to make that clear up front. I definitely am kind of making it easy for myself when I have to do these filings by buying 100% of my fuel from the same place here in California. Now, as far as the mileage in each state or jurisdiction I ran, I use Motive for my ELD provider, what was formerly Keep Trucking. I'm going to go through a walkthrough as far as where I get that information from, but basically I'm going to log in. Now, keep in mind with Motive, there's kind of two sides to it. There's the fleet side, which because I'm an owner-operator, that's me, and then there's the driver side. Also, that's me. So I kind of play two roles within this company. But as far as the IFTA summary, you do have to do this. You can't do it through the app. You do have to log into the web. And so what I'm going to do is over here at the main screen, you want to come down here to fuel. And then at the top here, there's an IFTA summary. And I'm interested in running my IFTA numbers for quarter one. So basically January 1st, 2024 through March 31st, 2024. So I'm going to go in here and change these dates around. We're going to start for January 1st. We're going to end on March 31st. Jurisdiction, fuel type, IFTA vehicles, I just have the one, and it's going to break down my mileage as far as, basically I just stayed in two states, primarily in California, and then I did run some miles in Nevada, but that's how I arrive at that number. Now, the one thing I will say, as far as I mentioned fuel a minute ago, if I got Lou walking by, he's definitely part of the show. I did mention, like with fuel, I'm not using Motive to its fullest capability. If I ran more interstate miles, if I found myself fueling up, let's say in a variety of states, variety of places, they do have a feature on here where you can go in and say, I bought X amount of gallons in Nevada, I bought this many in Utah, and they do make it real simple. I know I'm not taking advantage of that, and I don't mean this to sound like an advertisement for Motive. Some people like them, some people hate them. I'm kind of neutral. I'm a happy customer of theirs. But the thing I'll say about the fuel is I could, if I did run more interstate mileage, I would absolutely use I would include my fuel purchases in here. But because I get them from basically the same place in California all the time, it's just kind of it's a duplicate step that I haven't found a reason for doing yet. All right, so now armed with that information, the fuel, knowing where I bought it, which states, and the mileage I ran in each state, I'm ready to proceed. Now, I do want to stop and kind of take a moment here. Whether or not you do this on your own or you're having a service do this on your behalf, the work I did to do this is constant. It does this work is going to be required to you. You're going to have to present this information to a service to then what you're paying a service to do is to go online and to enter this in. So I just want to make that clear. The hard work portion of this, I feel like we've already done and you're already doing if you're paying a service to do this. So now armed with that information, I'm going to come over to the website here, the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. I'm going to log into my IFTA account. And from this main screen here, they have here IFTA Carrier Tax. I'm going to click on that. Right here, this one that's due for March 31st. Keep in mind you're given a 1-month grace period after the month ends. This was technically due at the quarter ended on March 31st. So it is due now. You have 1 month. Basically, if you do go, let's say I let this go beyond April 30th, and I did this on May 1st. If it's a minute late, they're going to assess you a $50 fee in California. No idea what it is in other states, but if you go over that deadline by 1 minute, you will get a $50 fee. So that's something else to keep in mind. They give you that month grace period, but be sure and do it during that time. And what I'm going to do here is click on File Return. First question, are you filing no operation return? No, I am not. Did I travel through any non-IFTA jurisdictions? No, I did not. We're going to hit no. Do you have any ex-tax gallons for the quarter? What they're asking for here, so, you know, why are they interested in an Indian reservation? I believe, God, I shouldn't say the number if I'm wrong. I believe I know Indian reservations don't have to charge the federal tax. I believe that tax is 18 cents a gallon. Had you bought fuel at an Indian reservation and it came time to do your IFTA stuff, you would now owe that money back. So that's why they're asking about that. They're also asking about dyed fuel, like the red fuel. I don't know all the instances where you can use that. I believe it's primarily for like construction vehicles used off roads, kind of like bulldozers, graders, that type of stuff. All I know about dyed fuel is that it can't go into a truck like mine with how I use it. So basically the answer on this one is no. Would you like to upload your jurisdiction schedule? That would be simple. The fact that I just stay in kind of 2 states, I'm kind of over here in my little quarter of the country. I don't do that. I just find it easier to do it this way. And then here, California, total miles. So this is the information I got from my ELD. I'm going to type those in here. And then they're only interested, they say tax paid per gallon. How many gallons did I buy? So you don't have to do, there's not really any like complex math calculations. They're just asking how many gallons you bought in the state. I don't know if they take points. Let's see here next. And then, oh, so I almost messed up on that. Once you get your information entered in for one state, I now want to add another state, which I need to add in Nevada, this little drop-down window. Nevada, total mileage there. Oops. Nevada, total mileage. And they want to know, did I purchase any fuel in Nevada? I did not. So now I'm going to hit next. Just be sure that these numbers are all right. Yes, 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 yes. Next. They're going to break down your, they're going to estimate your miles per gallon. That's fine. And so because they're saying that, you know, this is, IFTA is one of those kind of pay me now, pay me later situations. I'm not an expert on it, but basically it is, IFTA's, it doesn't matter with IFTA. It doesn't matter where you buy the fuel. It matters where you burn it. So another reason why I buy all my fuel in California, and people, you know, will say like, well, the fuel's so expensive there. That's fine. But when I travel into another state, I get that money back. I've bought the expensive fuel in California, paid the high, you know, tax rate on it, whatever. But then I pay that back. Let's say I did the opposite and I went to Nevada and I purchased all my fuel here and came to California and burned it. Guess what? When it comes time to do this IFTA filing, now I owe all that money back. So it's kind of like, you know, do you want to set yourself up at the end of every quarter to owe, or do you want to set yourself up to get a refund? It's your choice. But anyway, I'm going to confirm all of this stuff, hit next. They say that I have a credit of $21.29, which I like. I'd much rather have them owe me money than the reverse. Hit next. It is asking for my title with the company. We're going to call myself the owner. Hit submit. And let's see if this recognizes my face for the password. Okay. They owe me money. I don't need to make a payment. I'm going to click I'm done, and done. It's submitted. All right, so that's it. I just submitted it and got the filing confirmation on my phone as an email. They just sent it to me. So, I mean, it's done. You might be wondering, hey, you know, this was due almost a month ago. Why'd you wait till the very end? I waited till the end because it kind of was getting me a little bit as far as, you know, I kept getting all these offers. As I got to even though I knew I was going to do it the whole time and make this video, as the month drew to an end, I started, you know, these what started out as a $50 offer, suddenly I think they sensed that there was like a crisis and it went up to $100. I got one the other day, I didn't get a screenshot of it, but there was a company out there wanting to charge me $250 to do what I just did. Now, I made a video and I did a lot of talking and I did this stuff. If I just sat down, matter of fact, and knocked this thing out, I could have done it in like 2 minutes. And I hope you leave here like knowing that, you know, like my goal in making this is you leave here thinking like, hey, okay, that looked pretty simple. I think I'm going to do it. I do have trouble with these companies out there that, you know, that want to charge an arm and a leg for doing something that literally is like 2 minutes of data entry. Your data entry. I can't talk tonight. You get so many, you know, it's like you think of a process you do all the time, negotiating rates with brokers, that type of stuff. You're good, you're proficient at that, that's cool. But you know, that you take something that maybe you only have to do 4 times a year, and these companies are all too willing to sit back and cash in on your ignorance and not knowing how to do something. So, you know, just keep that in mind. I'm not knocking these companies. I know everything has to eat, but I have a problem paying somebody $100 to $250 for 2 minutes of their time to do some data entry for me. I hope this video serves you well. I hope you leave here thinking, hey, he made it look easy. I want to at least give it a try. But as always, appreciate you for watching. Take care.